Hey guys, what is going on around here, and welcome back to the episode of Cards and Castles TV commentary. Been quite a hot minute since I have done one of these, but hey, it's about that time again where I jump back into Cards TV and see what goes down. You guys already know the drill. With that being said, let's go jump right in, see what kind of matches we can find, and hopefully we can get some good ones. Alright, the first one I want to take a look at is Yoda versus Doloso. I'm going to kind of abbreviate, just because I feel like Unhelpful Yoda is going to be a bit of a mouthful to keep up with. For the majority of this match, I'm going to just shorten it down to Yoda. Probably easier for that way, well, in terms of commentating. But anyway, Doloso going to start things off with a Rat Hovel turn 2. Pretty standard opening move for the Pirate faction. Of course, Hovel, no surprise, is a very strong card. He'll follow up with a Maddie as well, seeing as how Yoda doesn't have a turn 2 play to kind of counteract. So Doloso's already got a little bit of a board going on here. Yoda's going to respond with his own Wizard. Of course, Wizard got pulled from Doloso's Maddie, so maybe they can get a trade there, maybe not. We do see the Fat Bard in Doloso's hand, so maybe he'll find an opportune time to kind of plant that down. But instead he'll summon out hooks for now, taking up a position where he's going to try and hook the castle, but unfortunately not going to happen. Wizard going to go ahead and clean it up with a Phantom Strike, giving him, of course, extra range, and a Blacksmith as well, well, it doesn't really matter if he's got a Blacksmith, because Fat Bard going to go ahead and trade with that Wizard, or at least take out the Wizard without Yoda's Wizard trading at all. I mean, he did a little more damage with the Blacksmith out, but of course, now with Fat Bard, you see a lot of those units being buffed. The tokens, of course, 2/2 rats, going to start getting potentially dangerous with their numbers increasing, and of course the stat buff from Bard. Temple going to go down as well. Interesting card to see in action. Of course, it's quite an investment, but of course I think it works in these colors. The chain that you can get with a lot of tokens is going to be problematic for your opponent to deal with, but we'll see what Yoda does as he summons, of course, a Mordok and followed up with a Wraith Summon. There goes the Bard, smart choice there, kills off the Wizard and weakens all of the remaining rats around the board. So Doloso going to have to be, alright, well, he's going for the execution. He didn't really have to, but I kind of understand you don't want to summon any more undead units for the opponent. So he'll use the 2 backmost rats to finish off the Wraith, meanwhile advancing one of them to hit castle for 2 damage, and the other 2 probably going to go ahead. Well, not completely advance, at least one of them staying back. One of them looking to attack the castle for next turn. Lumberjack going to come out now. He's going to advance all the way forward, so that way Yoda plants a Centaur right in the castle. So there goes Doloso's Hovel, which is, of course, interesting to see that as a priority target, but understandable. You know, like I said in the beginning, Hovel, very dangerous card, so you want to take that out if you can, or at least have the opportunity. But, you know, you got to be careful because your opponent could also capitalize on it, such as, you know, like we're seeing here in this match. We see Doloso now free to throw out the Cannoneer after taking out both the Centaur and the Lumberjack without much damage to him at all. And, of course, Yoda is brought down to 13 health. Fenrir! Alright, that should clean up nicely. That will kill off 1 rat and, of course, take down the Cannoneer. He's going to use the black... Okay, he will use the Blacksmith to finish off the rat, even though it does mean taking an additional 1 more damage to the castle. All worth it to kind of put that Fenrir onto face. Warrior, though, is going to be the... Yep, that'll clean it up, too. And then, of course, the Chain Lightning followed up. Followed up by Con Artist, though. So this is Doloso's kind of last unit in hand, so we'll see how he plays this. He's got to be a bit more defensive, I imagine. But Ranger... That's going to be a perfect execution target for Doloso. I can see him taking that out with the execution and then moving to face maybe. Yep, of course there's the execution. He won't throw the temple, doesn't have enough to do it. He will hold back the counters though. Very smart, very defensive. He doesn't want to waste his only unit. Plus there is another Northlands Ranger from Yoda. So that would have meant his only unit would die. So definitely smart holding it back, although Doloso not getting the favorable draws here. He's going to have to play both the Armory and the Temple. It's his only plays that he can make. He will go for the Phantom Strike as well. I imagine he's going to hit the Captain. No. He will just hit the Ranger to kind of weaken it. Alright. He does put the Ranger in killing range now, so a trade can happen. Leanna not going to make that possible, though, it looks like. Will he? Of course. Alright, he will take it. The Lightning doesn't do wonders for Yoda, though. He should have probably avoided that chain. I mean, it's minor, but still. Could have stayed away to health on his castle. And with Yoda playing Druid Pirate, every damage kind of counts. Ranger going to start chipping away. So does Leanna. The bottom captain going to move back. Blacksmith looking to attack, which is interesting. Plus another Leanna. So a total of 15 Spirit Link health protecting these 2 units. And then Hovel, Flux. not going to be the optimal draws here. They're not going to be able to take down the 15. So this one I think will go to Yoda. Maybe we'll see if he can draw maybe a heal to counteract this. I don't think he will. But we'll see. Arc Fire, Pillage, not enough to end the game. So Yoda going to take this one. Very nicely done. The beginning we kind of heavily favored toward Doloso, but poor draws in the end I think are what got him. You know, he had the Con Artist, which was his only unit left. If he kept the Hovel alive, he probably would have had better luck. Of course, if he pushed, you know, with the continual rat spawn, it definitely helps in the long run. But if that was taken out, we kind of saw that's the moment I think when things started to trickle more in Yoda's favor. But ultimately a good match, certainly a good one to start us off. Let's go ahead and check out our next match though, and see if we can get an as good as a match, if not better. That kind of came out weird in my English. English is difficult sometimes, I'll tell you that. Alright, I think we'll do this one. Jump taking on Kruux. Of course, Jump is the current #1 on the leaderboard. Big congratulations to him, by the way, for doing that. We'll see what he has here. This isn't his rank 1 deck. Obviously, you can tell it's in the 2900 range. But this match will get his deck into the 3K territory. So we'll see if Jump can pull out a win here. We're neither going to play a turn 1 card. Jump going to go ahead and be the starter with Elvish Thief. Of course, Kruux, will he defective or okay? He's going to take the safe. Well, he's going to take the more risky route and draw. He'll get a Flamestorm, which could potentially help him. But we'll see what Jump has. Magic Eater. Oh, that is some good Flamestorm. It's going to cost it. No, there goes the Flamestorm value. Lumberjack from a Medallion. That's going to protect his Magic Eater and will force Kruux here to. He's gonna go with the Barbarian. All right, a little risky choice there, but he will use Barbarian, maybe hoping to weaken. I think I said hoping. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Jump gonna go ahead, sack the Lumberjack for more draw. Flux plus Phantom Strike, a good combination to take out the Barbarian without risking the Magic Eater, and that Magic Eater now looking bit healthier, I will say that. Flamestorm defective is going to be the combination to take this out here. It's not going to be ideal, but it is going to be what has to be done if Kruux does not want to deal with that Magic Eater. But does leave his castle open up and at a weakened state too. Multi-strike Flux. Of course, oh, sharpens. I forgot he did draw that off the Flux, so that's going to be 8 damage rather than 2. I'm like, well, maybe multi-strike, not, you know, wouldn't do that much, but then again, sharpened swords can mean a whole lot. The difference from 2 to 8, definitely big there. Kruux does pull the Arbiter, so hopefully he can use that maybe before he gets annihilated. He's going to use the Monk to kind of give himself some extra health to help him out here. I think Monk to counteract Flamestorm damage, which is not something you see often, but of course Monk getting some love is always nice to see. Flux going to go ahead and retreat. That does tell me something about the deck. Maybe Flux is a big part of it. I imagine it might be. A lot of minor spells that work here, or at least there has to be a lot of minor spells going on in Jump's hand. I don't see why not. Robin's going to go ahead and chip the Hassan. Don't tell me he's in a smuggling ring. Alright, Parrot Rush. That's fine. Dissipates the Ranger. Yep. And then he sells enough for a smuggling ring. I think he's got smuggling in this deck. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Meditation. Alright, so not yet. He's not going to pull out the smuggling ring just yet. I don't even think he has it. Dragon's Fire. Oh, dear. That's going to completely shift the tide of things. There you go. Oh, that was an ideal pull at the. You ever seen like that ideal pull that you just? Oh, Dragon's Fire coming in very, very nice here. Jump gonna try and recover as much as he can here. Dancing Swords, Flame Shields, Flux, Meditation, kind of build up his force a little bit. Arbiter though gonna come out right now, hits the Flux, I imagine, right? Yep, to prevent it from getting any sort of meditation powers. That does leave Kruux in a bit of an iffy position though. Dancing Sword gonna get a big old boost to 9/6. Panda doesn't even need to get the burns out that he drew from Flux, I think, and he'll go ahead and hit face for 9 plus get a draw from Sacred Quest. So does put Kruux in a bit of a more difficult position. He does have the Monk heal though again, but I think he's got to go with the Ranger to kind of buy him some time here, or not. Oh, he's gonna Monk. Yeah, Monk Armory and then Hassan. Meanwhile, protecting the castle with the second guard. All right. I forgot he had the Armory in hand, so good observation by him, not necessarily using the Ranger just yet. Southport Captain, there's the smuggling ring that I told you he's got. Mark of the Fist, Burning Sun, not ideal cards. I'm sorry, Dolphin, but Burning Sun does not help here. He will throw the Rat King as well. Get some more bodies on the field for him, which is completely fine. There's the General from Kruux, so I guess, well, yeah, we can see some Last Will elements in here, so. Banshee towards the Captain, going to give Andrew a bit of a power up here. Mystic Journey, a great pull for Hassan City Guard out on the board. That will chip away the Rat King and Panda. Panda, of course, well, Jump is working with ninjas, so of course there is a possibility that Panda can be brought back into the hand. So good he got rid of it. Chaotic Storm kills off one guard, I believe weakens, I think the Castle or Andrew maybe, I believe. Hemorrhage on that Andrew though, plus Dwarven Weapons from Jump, so a lot of, again, minor spells being used here. Andrew, of course, now destined to die thanks to Bleed, so he's got to hurry up and use him if he wants to. Missionary, alright, another heal card, don't see that often. Minotaur going to come out now. Yep, we see a couple of bops happening. Hassan Missionary to kind of revert that damage. Good use of the Missionary there, even if it's not, again, not a card that we see a lot, but, I mean, hey, for this scenario, it definitely did some work. I wouldn't say it's a, I wouldn't say it's a very optimal pick, but, you know, people work the way they want to. Of course, Mark of the Fist, Rat, going to knock back the Minotaur a bit, plus Captain. So Jump is running low on resources here, which is going to be a problem for him. Especially considering Kruux does have more potential for heals. We see General come out. We see the Tarius Files as well. In a bit of odd position in the back, though, but hey, I don't blame you. You want to protect it as long as you can for more draw power. Execution, though, going to stop the General right in its path. Hovel, and then, of course, Southward Captain moving into looking for an attack anyway. Blue Firebolt and Defective, some great burn cards for him if he wants to use them. I'm imagining he can go ahead and burn at least something on this board. Nope, not going to take any burn. Well, I guess the rats are at 1-1, so in his mind they're not going to do a lot of damage. But we'll see if that comes back to bite him. Robbins comes out. Phantom Strike, that's going to probably take out the... Yeah, that takes out Ranger, right? Or nope, he's going after... Does he have an opening? Let me see. Or at least he's trying to take out as many bodies as he can here. Burning Sun. There goes Andrew's power-ups here. I mean, Andrew can take out the Robins, though. Arbiter is going to be big. That's going to keep him in this game a bit longer. Let's see. Rat to Lumberjack. Oh, he can burn. Oh. He had the game there. If he had burned the... Oh. Alright, well, he's going to end off with Arbiter and be that kind of guy. There were different ways. Okay. There were a couple of different ways that he could have ended it there, but... Alright. Looks like Kruux comes out on that one. I definitely think Jump extended his hand a bit too much there. The Dragon's Fire was a big pull at a very opportune time. That I still can't believe happened. From there, I don't think Jump was able to kind of regain his momentum. We definitely did see him try. Although that that ending though, it was sort of bound to happen. The heals that those colors pack, not to mention the burns that were a possibility. We saw the Defective and the Blue Fire. I thought he was in a Blue Fire and then Ranger Defective. That could have ended the game. And again, the Arbiter with you know, that big 10 heal. Definitely going to do a lot for Kruux in the end there. But alright, another good game. Another good game for sure. Unfortunately, again, Jump was not able to reach a 3K territory with that minor spell deck. But I could see that pushing maybe a bit higher. I mean, give it some time, give it some love, and it might certainly get there. And now let's go ahead and jump on over to match number 3, which was not actually recorded today. I'll fill you in when we get there. At least, hopefully I did. I don't remember if I did. I think I might have. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into match number 3. Alright then, so our last one is going to be Dolphin taking on fattysnap here. Now, probably can tell that I'm using this as sort of older footage because I don't want to lose the match, obviously. I have no idea when I'm going to kind of throw this in there. So whenever a commentary comes out, or whenever this commentary came out, this is going to be considered a bit of older footage. But you know what? He said give it a watch, and he actually threw a few matches at me. I didn't watch the other two. But I'll give him a benefit in this one and play this one out, see what happens, see what goes down. So let's go ahead and jump right in, shall we? Alrighty. Let's see. Alright, so obviously Trap's taking on whatever Dolphin's running. So starting off with the Salahar Rider. Standard opening move, not bad. Dolphin responds to the Lumberjack. Of course, classic opening move. We'll see if Fatty takes the damn. I feel bad calling him Fatty, because it's just... do I call him Snap or do I call him Fatty? It's too long to say the whole thing, just to keep the commentary going. But Salahar Rider trading with the Lumberjack, getting damage on the castle. Fatty responds with a Were-Rat. Medal of Bravery on Dolphin's end. He brings out a Knight of Flowers. Alright, that's going to do him... That's going to do him some good here, but we'll see. Fatty, he goes for Might of the Minotaur, just throwing right out there. Obviously, the dojo would have made these traps unusable, so throwing it out there, or throwing at least one trap out to protect where we're at now is going to be good. Although, we see Dolphin ignoring the Were-Rat. Interesting, going right for Castle. Were-Rat getting a power buff from Battle Ready. Lumberjack going to defend the castle a little bit here, although not really enough defense, to be quite honest. Knight of Flowers, Armory, disrespectful Armory, right in the face there. Cleric gonna go heal up Castle. I will say he's going quite aggressive here, and it's actually paying off. Let's see, Lumberjack gonna go ahead and hit the Cleric again. Gonna go back to the castle for healing, so completely kind of negating the Were-Rat damage. Were-Rat, though, gonna take out the Cleric. Mystic Dojo going down, and I imagine the Aijutsu as well, yep, for some draw purposes. But however, that bottom spawn here is completely blocked off. We'll see. I imagine Fatty's going to go ahead and Lightning Blade the Were-Rat if he can get the opportunity to. We'll see what happens. Trap going down on Dolphin's end. He'll smack Castle a bit. Burning Sun, his favorite card, going to take out the buff there on the battle ready buff on the Were-Rat. Avalanche going down for some trap draw. I imagine he has to go Lightning Blade, which he will do. Yup. He'll hit that. Chain there. I imagine that was not a Seed of Regrowth trap. Is that? I think that's gotta be Eternal Judgment then. Question egg gonna trigger the Avalanche trap. Okay, pretty standard stuff there. Armory gonna go ahead and boost while he has opportunity to. So things do look to be in Dolphin's favor a bit slightly. Although now with Avalanche and Eater coming out, I imagine Minotaur as well. Or no, Secret Dragon he'll go with. Yep, Secret Dragon. So okay. It appears he has the advantage in this scenario. We'll see if Fatty can hold on to it. Dolphin can go ahead and push up a Frog Prince, but then again triggering another Avalanche trap. So he looks to be in trouble here, although thankfully Fatty lost his Lightning Blade, so he doesn't have the chain potential here, as you can see. Although he activates the Eternal Judgment, which I figured it had to be at that point. So there goes the Magic Eater. I think he was attempting to hit off the Were-Rat, but you know what? The Magic Eater is still a high value target, so good on Dolphin. Salahar Rider and Eater Part 2 going to come out now, though, along with a Freezing Pillar to block off that bottom spawn. So he's kind of negating the... Ooh, there's a Luminaris. Alright, so Were-Rat goes down. And the Freezing Pillar as well. We'll see if Fatty can capitalize, though. Headless Horseman. Gonna clip, or at least touch the Frog Prince a little bit there. We see Eater striking the castle. Might of the Minotaur going down. Oh, I think I can see what happens here. This is probably going to be where a Luminaris happens, because that's a lot of Luminaris value right there. Yep, there it is. So pretty much all of the units are gone, kind of negating all of those traps he put onto the castle. He still has a Sun City Guard, though, which I imagine he's going to use to clear out the Frog Prince. Or, no, he can't even, because it has Resolve. So he's going to actually surrender. I didn't think the surrendering was that far. I mean, I guess. There was no need for the surrender, but wow, I just realized my frames are a little awful there. Oh well, that's fine. So yeah, I think I know why he wanted to show me that matchup. Luminar is definitely proving itself to be quite the card indeed. You know, if you play fragile units with traps and are going up against something like that, you always have to be cautious about Luminaris. I think the mindset going into it was he couldn't possibly have drawn two and play them kind of back to back, so to speak. So the confidence there was a little bit probably of his undoing. But good on Dolphin for kind of pulling himself out of those trap decks. I mean, they're still running around, but hell, no one likes to face traps. But again, good on Dolphin, and that was a pretty good match overall. Definitely a good watch. With that being said, folks, that's going to do it for this episode of Cars TV Commentary. If you guys did enjoy it, be sure to give this video a like, share everything, comment down below your thoughts on how you thought these matches went and which one was your favorite. Of course, leave those down in the comment section below. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Show your support the channel to help us grow by clicking that subscribe button at no additional cost to you. So, that's going to be it for me for now. So, until next time, guys, stay gaming.